Hello friends, my name is Paramjeet Singh and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll do the lab of Traffic Manager wherein we'll show you how to improve the response of a website using Traffic Manager. So what we're going to do is we first of all go ahead and create two virtual networks. One is going to be in East US and another one in India. And after that, we create virtual machine in each virtual network and configure the DNS name for both the virtual machines. So once the DNS name is configured, then we log into the virtual machines and install IIS services. Why do we install this DNS name on virtual machines? It's because when I go ahead and create the traffic manager profile and create endpoints, so when I choose target resource type as public IP, if I do not create this DNS name for virtual machines, I will not be able to select the option of virtual machines from drop down in target resource type. So you go ahead and create the DNS name for the virtual machines, log into the virtual machines and install IIS services. After that, we need to create two virtual machines, one in each virtual network, where these two are going to be the test virtual machines. And then we go ahead and create a traffic manager profile. So once the traffic manager profile is created, we go ahead and create endpoints. So when we create endpoints, we choose target resource type as public IP, and we select the public IP address of virtual machines from the drop down. Then we go ahead and copy the traffic manager profile DNS profile URL from the overview option, and then we go to the test virtual machines and ping the copied URL. So this is something wherein we are showing that to improve the performance of the website response, the virtual network, the server which is in East US is going to connect to the test machine which is in East US is going to connect to the server IIS servers which is in East US, and the test machine which is in India is going to connect or ping the IIS servers which is located in India. So it is decreasing the latency and giving you the performance of the website and improving the website response. So let's go to the Azure portal and do this lab. So as I'm on the Azure portal now, first of all, let's go ahead and create a virtual network. Click on create. So we need to create a new resource group which is RG East US, and the virtual network name is VNet East US, and the region is East US. So the validation is passed. We go ahead and click on create. Now guys, you see the first virtual network is deployed. So let's go to the virtual network again and deploy the second virtual network, which is going to be in India. So let's create a resource group and name it as RG India. Click OK. Name the VNet as VNet India. Select the location as Central India, and the IP address range I need to specify is 192.168.0.0/16, and the subnet I want to choose is, name it as my subnet 192.168.0.0/24. This is going to be my subnet. Click add, review and create. Validation pass, create the virtual network. You see guys, the second virtual network is also deployed. So let's go ahead and create the virtual machines in each virtual network. So click on create virtual machine. Select the resource group as RG East US, and this is going to be my virtual machine East US. Set the availability options to no, give the username, and select these two ports, HTTP and HTTPS disks. Networking. In networking, please make sure that VNet East US is selected. Go to management and disable this boot diagnostics. Click on review and create. Now you can create the virtual machine. Now guys, you see the first virtual machine is deployed. Let's go back to the virtual machines and create the second virtual machine, which is going to be in India. Select the resource group India, and the virtual machine is VM India. Region is Central India, and now let's give it a username. And also turn on these two ports, HTTP and HTTPS. Click next. Go to networking. Make sure this subnet VNet India is selected. Go to management. Disable the boot diagnostics. Click on review and create the virtual machine. Okay friends, you see the second virtual machine is also deployed. So I go back to the virtual machines. I select the first virtual machine, which is East US. Go to the overview tab, and in overview tab you see this is DNS name. We need to configure it to configure our endpoints in traffic manager profile. So I click on not configured and give it a name. So I can name it as DNS name East US and click on save. Okay, so this is saved. Now let's go back to virtual machines and do the same steps on another virtual machine, which is virtual machine of India. I click on not configured. I name it as DNS name India. Click on save. Okay, now let's go to virtual machines and take the RDP of both the virtual machines and install IIS services. So I click on connect, RDP, download RDP file, run, connect. Okay, so we are on the first server, which is virtual machine East US. I open the server manager, go to add roles and features, click next, and check this web server IIS option. Okay, just cancel it. Next, next, next. Web server IIS, add features, next, install, and do the same steps on my second virtual machine, which is VM India. Download RDP file, run. Now I click on connect. While my second virtual machine is loading, let's go back to virtual machine 1. Close this dialog box, close the server manager, and open the file explorer. Go to C drive, inetpub, www-root, delete these files, create a new text document, and write down server 1 East US and save it as index.html. You can delete this text file now, and you can also close this server. Now let's go to server 2 and click on add roles and features. Next, 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 and check mark this web servers IIS. Next, 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 and install. Okay, so the IIS service is installed. I close this box, close the server manager, and go to file explorer, C drive, inetpub, www-root, delete these files, create a new text document, server to India, and save it as index.html, and I can delete this text file. I can close this server. So now that I have both the servers installed and I also have IIS services installed on both of them, I also configured the DNS name for both the virtual machines. Now let's go back to virtual machines and create test machines in both the virtual networks. So we'll create virtual machine test for East US and virtual machine test for India. So this is going to be for East US. So VM test East US, availability zone is no, administrator, and select these two ports, HTTP, HTTPS, disks, and networking. In networking, make sure VNet East US is selected. Go to management, disable boot diagnostics, review and create, validation passed, and create the virtual machine. Now guys, you see the test virtual machine for East US is created. Let's go back to virtual machines and create a test virtual machine for India. Now let's turn on these two ports, HTTP and HTTPS, disks, networking. VNet India is selected. Go to management, disable the boot diagnostics, review and create the virtual machine. Okay guys, you see my second test virtual machine is also created. So I go to traffic manager profile and create a new traffic manager profile. My traffic manager profile 101, you can name it whatever you want, and keep the routing method as performance, and the resource group is RG East US. You can select any resource group, it does not matter. Click on create. Okay guys, you can see my traffic manager profile is created. So click on it and go to endpoints. Click on add and name this as East US endpoint, and target resource type is public IP address, and from this drop down select the public IP address of virtual machine East US. Click on add. Now again click on add. Name this one as India endpoint, public IP address, and select the virtual machine India IP address and click on add. Now that I have both the endpoints configured, now let's go to virtual machines and take the RDP of test virtual machine of East US. Connect. Now while my server 1 is loading, I go to traffic manager profile. I click on my traffic manager profile, and in the overview you see this DNS name for traffic manager profile. Just copy it, go to your server 1, which is the test virtual machine for East US. You can close this server manager. Click on start. Internet Explorer. Use recommended settings and paste the URL here. Now you see the test virtual machine which is located in East US is pinging the public IP of East US itself, because we are improving the response of website. This is how it's going to give you a efficient performance. So it's pinging server 1, which is East US. Now let's go to the virtual machine which is test virtual machine for India. Click on, go back to virtual machines, VM test India overview. Click on connect RDP, download RDP file, run, connect. Click on start Internet Explorer. Paste the URL, enter server to India. So guys, this is how you can improve the response of website. And if you have made it so far, please like the video, please do subscribe the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.